The 3 accessory code that makes people think you're wealthy. Just last month, we walked you through why you should look your best every day and how that one decision, showing up for yourself consistently, can completely shift how your life unfolds. And one thing that kept coming up in the comments was this question: but what if I can't afford to look expensive? What if I don't have the budget for designer pieces? And that's exactly what we want to address today. Because here's the thing, looking wealthy has almost nothing to do with how much money you actually spend. In fact, some of the most expensive looking women we know are wearing a fraction of what other people wear. But they've cracked a code that most women never figure out. And once you understand it, you'll never look at accessories the same way again. So today, we're breaking down the 3 accessory code, the exact formula that makes people assume you have money, even if you don't. And we're going to show you why everything you've been told about accessorizing is probably wrong. Welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, let us know which city you are watching from in the comments. The myth: more accessories equals more expensive looking. All right, let's start with what most women believe, because if you've ever stood in front of your closet wondering why you don't look as polished as you want to, this is probably where the disconnect is happening. The conventional wisdom goes something like this: if you want to look put together, you need earrings, necklace, bracelet, a bag, a belt, maybe a scarf. Layer it all on. Show that you made an effort. And honestly, that's what the fashion industry has been selling us for decades. More products, more pieces, more reasons to keep shopping. But here's what we've learned after studying women who genuinely look expensive. Not trying to look expensive, but naturally, effortlessly appearing that way. They're barely wearing anything. 3 things, max. And those 3 things are doing all the heavy lifting. A woman named Claire, she's a corporate lawyer in Boston, mid-40s, told us something that really stuck. She said, "I used to wear my entire jewelry box every day, and I looked busy, like I was trying too hard. The day I started wearing less, people started asking me if I got a promotion." She didn't change her clothes, she didn't change her job, she just stopped over-accessorizing. And suddenly, she looked like someone who understood restraint, which, as it turns out, is one of the biggest visual markers of wealth. The truth: wealthy women follow the rule of 3. So let's talk about what's actually happening when you see a woman who looks quietly, undeniably expensive. If you pay close attention, you'll notice something. She's almost always wearing exactly 3 accessories. Not 2, not 5, 3. And this isn't a coincidence. It's a deliberate strategy. There's actually research behind this. A study published in the Journal of Consumer Psychology found that people perceive outfits with 3 focal points as more balanced, more intentional, and, this is the key part, higher status than outfits with more or fewer focal points. The brain processes 3 as curated. More than 3 reads as cluttered. Fewer than 3 can read as incomplete. But here's where it gets interesting. It's not just any 3 accessories. There's a formula, and once you know it, you can't unsee it. The 3 accessory code, what wealthy women are actually wearing. All right, so let's break down the code. When you look at women who project wealth, real wealth, old money, quiet luxury, they're working with 3 categories, and they choose one item from each category. That's it. Here's the formula. Category 1, the timepiece or wrist statement. This is your watch, or if you don't wear a watch, a single high-quality bracelet. Not a stack of bracelets, not a watch and 3 bangles, one thing on your wrist. And here's why this matters. Your wrists are in constant motion. When you gesture, when you reach for something, when you're sitting across from someone at a table, your wrists are in their line of sight. So whatever's on your wrist gets noticed. Wealthy women know this. That's why you'll see them wearing a classic watch. Doesn't have to be a Rolex, it can be a clean, simple piece from Citizen or Tissot, but it's quality. It's not trendy, it's not loud, it just looks solid, well-made, expensive. A woman we know, Jessica from Seattle, swears by her $300 silver watch. She said she gets more compliments on that watch than on anything else she owns, and people regularly assume it costs thousands because it looks intentional, it looks cared for, and it's the only thing on her wrist. Category 2, the bag. This one is non-negotiable. Your bag is doing more work than almost anything else you're wearing. because it's large, it's visible, and people make snap judgments about your socioeconomic status based on it. But here's the myth we need to bust. You don't need a designer logo bag. In fact, logo bags can actually work against you if you're trying to project quiet wealth, because they scream, "I need you to know this is expensive." What wealthy women carry instead: structured, leather, or leather-like bags in neutral colors, black, tan, cognac, navy, with clean lines and minimal hardware. Brands like 𝐂𝐢𝐻𝐻, Polaine, and even well-made pieces from Massimo Dutti look far more expensive than a logo-covered bag from a fast fashion brand trying to mimic luxury. A study from the University of Michigan found that people associate logo-heavy items with new money or aspiration, while logo-free, high-quality items are associated with established wealth. The difference? Confidence. You don't need to announce what you're carrying if it's obviously well-made. One of our community members, Linda from Austin, bought a structured tote from a small leather goods company for $200. She said people regularly ask her if it's Celine or the Row. It's not. It's just beautifully made, and it's doing its job, signaling that she has taste and resources. Category 3, the close to the face piece. And here's the third element, and this is the one most women miss. You need one accessory that lives close to your face. This is your earrings or your necklace. Not both. 1. The reason this works is because of where people's eyes go during conversation. Studies in social psychology show that during face-to-face interaction, people's gaze naturally moves between your eyes and your mouth, with occasional glances to the area immediately surrounding your face. That's the high-value real estate of your outfit. So when you put a pair of simple gold hoops or small studs in your ears, something classic, something that catches light without screaming for attention, it draws the eye upward and frames your face. Or, if you're not wearing earrings, a delicate necklace that sits at your collarbone does the same thing. But when you wear both statement earrings and a statement necklace, you create visual competition. The eye doesn't know where to land, and the whole thing reads as effortful rather than elegant. There's a woman named Sophia, she's an art director in Miami, who told us she used to wear big earrings and layered necklaces every day. She thought it was her signature look. But when she switched to just one delicate gold necklace and skipped the earrings, people started describing her style as expensive and refined. Same budget, different strategy. Why this works: the psychology of perceived wealth. So let's talk about why this 3 accessory rule works so effectively, because it's not just about aesthetics, it's about psychology. When someone looks at you and sees 3 intentional high-quality pieces, their brain processes that as curation. It signals that you're someone who knows what works, who doesn't need to try every trend, who has developed a refined eye. And all of those things are subconsciously associated with wealth, education, and social status. On the flip side, when someone sees you wearing 6 or 7 accessories, even if each piece is lovely on its own, the brain processes that as abundance without curation. It reads as, "I own a lot of things," rather than, "I know how to choose the right things." And ironically, that makes you look less wealthy, not more. There's a term for this in consumer behavior research. It's called conspicuous restraint. Essentially, people with real wealth signal their status through what they don't wear just as much as what they do. And that restraint, that edit, is what reads as expensive. What to do instead of over-accessorizing? Now, we know some of you are thinking, but I love accessories. I love jewelry. Am I supposed to just not wear the things I own? And the answer is no. You can absolutely love accessories and still apply this code. You just rotate. Monday, you wear your gold hoops and your watch and your black bag. Tuesday, you skip the earrings and wear a necklace instead. Wednesday, you swap the watch for a bracelet. The key is that on any given day, you're only wearing 3 things. And when you do that, each of those 3 things gets to shine. They're not competing. They're not creating noise. They're doing their job, which is to make you look polished, intentional, and expensive. A woman named Tara from Phoenix told us she started doing this and actually started enjoying her accessories more because she was finally seeing them instead of just piling them on out of habit. She said it was like rediscovering her closet. So that's the 3 accessory code. 1 item on your wrist, 1 bag, 1 piece near your face, That's the formula. And once you start noticing it, you'll see it everywhere, on women who always seem to look expensive, even when you know they're not spending a lot. Because looking wealthy isn't about how much you spend, it's about understanding the visual language of wealth and speaking it fluently. Now, we're putting together another video that dives into the specific brands and pieces that give you the most expensive-looking return for your investment. We're talking about the exact items you should be looking for if you want to build this 3-accessory system on any budget. So make sure you're subscribed and notifications are on because we don't want you to miss that one. Thank you so much for watching. We genuinely appreciate you being here.